Hi everybody, today we're going to be making a text map of our model text for this term, the River Unicorn. We're going to be learning how to map out an information text to see its words, its structures, and the way that the whole text hangs together and works as one. This is called cohesion, and we're going to be learning about that today. I'm going to map the text out for you. You're going to watch and listen to what I do, and then later on, if you'd like to, you can copy my text map. You can see it's a backward letter S. That makes it nice and easy for us to see the flow of the text and the pattern, the way that it all occurs. Okay, so let's begin. We know that our text is about the river unicorn, and our first sentence reads, "The river unicorn is a shy, solitary creature that has been seen only 3 times in the wild." We know that solitary means that it lives alone. There's just one of them at a time. So we're going to start off with a little picture first of all, just to symbolize the river unicorn. Just a really simple, these aren't meant to be great drawings. They're just to give us an idea. So there's our river unicorn. It's very shy. So I'm going to draw a little shy symbol there, like a little shy emoji, and a number 1 to show us that it's solitary. It lives alone. And that's our first sentence. Then we're going to move on to our next one. It has a sandy brown coat, a mane like sea foam. Okay, so coat means it's fur that's all over it. So it's sandy. Now, if we were doing this in colour, we'd even make it brown. But I don't have brown on my board here. But if we could, we would even make that brown. And its mane is like sea foam. So it's like the waves. There's the waves. And its horn is transparent. That means it's see-through. So I'm going to draw the horn like that to show that it's see-through. That seems to ripple and flow when the light catches it. That's why I've made it sparkle. The river unicorn is the same size as a Shetland pony. Now you might have to do a little quick bit of internet research here, but a Shetland pony is a little miniature horse. So our river unicorn is only little. It's only small. Okay, and I'm going to just show here that it's small. I'm just going to draw its little body and little legs, and then its tail, just to show that it's just a small little horse. Unsurprisingly, most river unicorns live along the banks of rivers. Okay, so next of all, we want to show that it lives by a river. So I'm just going to draw a really simple river illustration there. But they are reluctant swimmers. That means that they don't enjoy swimming. So I'm going to draw a little symbol here, a little person swimming. It might look a bit funny, but that's okay. Got their arms out, big muscly arms swimming. And then to show that the river unicorn doesn't like it, I'm ruling through it. They don't like to swim. Occasionally, they have been spotted sleeping in dens under the roots of ancient willow trees. Now, willows are beautiful trees. They're not native to Australia, but they do grow along rivers, and they have a lovely shape. There's lots of willows in Tashi, those of you who like Tashi, and they seem to sweep down like this. And the river unicorn lives in a burrow underneath the tree, a bit like a platypus lives in a burrow underneath the casuarina tree. We were learning about that at school this morning. It is thought that the power of the water and the willow flows through the river unicorn and enhances its magic. So the river unicorn is magical, and to show that, I'm going to draw a magic wand. Okay. Much has been written about the river unicorn's magic. Typically, the river unicorn's power lies in its horn. So we want to show that now. So I want to show once again that the river unicorn is a magical creature. And there's my magic wand again. You'll notice that my pictures, they're not perfect here. They're not meant to be like our normal drawings. They're just a guide. And then we've got the river unicorn's magical horn. And remember, it's transparent and it glistens. When ground into powder and mixed with the correct ingredients, the horn can heal almost all human ailments. That's pretty sad for the river unicorn because it needs its horn. I imagine witches and wizards and people like that doing this. So to show that it can be ground into powder, I'm going to draw a special thing called a mortar and pestle. You might have one of these in your kitchen at home. I do. Doesn't mean I'm a witch. But I use it for grinding up spices. And then I'm going to draw a cross, like a first aid cross, to show that that powder can heal any ailments. That means any illnesses. And I can probably even make that red. So it's a red cross for first aid because it heals any illnesses, any sicknesses for people. Okay. In addition to this, legends tell us that one drop of the unicorn's blood can make a human immortal. Now, immortal means that you live forever. So I'm going to show that red drop of unicorn blood. And it means that somebody will live forever. So I think if we would live forever, we'd be jumping for joy. There's a person who can live forever and they're jumping for joy. Another interesting feature of the river unicorn is its ability to disappear instantly. So it's like, now you see it, now you don't. And I'm going to draw it like that, as if it's disappeared in a cloud. Just like water, it can slip through your fingers. So just like water. Think about the way that water runs over your fingers. It's there, but it can be very hard to see. And it appears to be, and seem to be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And I'm actually going to write the words here, everywhere plus nowhere. Because that's quite amazing. You can't really be everywhere and nowhere. It's what we call a paradox, when two things that don't seem to work together do. Because it's like the unicorns everywhere because we can't see it. Sorry, everywhere because we can feel it. We have a sense of it. But nowhere because we can't actually see it. So it's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Therefore, it is often viewed as the most extraordinary of all unicorn species. That means all types, all breeds. And to show that, I'm going to draw some stars around its horn to show that this is the most amazing form of unicorn. And so here we've drawn a very simple text map to guide us. So first of all, the river unicorn is shy and solitary. It has a transparent horn, a mane like sea foam, a sandy brown coat. It's small, like a Shetland pony. It lives near the river, but it does not like to swim. It lives in dens in willow trees, and it is magical. Somehow that magic interacts with the river. The horn is the most magical part of the unicorn. If you grind the horn up, it makes a medicine that will cure any sickness. One drop of the unicorn's blood will make you live forever. The unicorn can disappear in an instant. It can slip through your fingers like water, and it can appear to be everywhere and nowhere all at once. The river unicorn is the most amazing and most magical species of all unicorn. So that's our text map for the river unicorn. And I would encourage you now to pause the video so that you can see the image and copy out your own text map. Just copy it out on a plain piece of paper and you can glue it into the back of your journal. And that way you've got a copy of it that you can keep referring to.